Before we ever spoke a word, before we ever took a step, there were hands that built us. Hands that sacrificed, loved, and prayed us into becoming who we are. Today we pause to remember and to honor them. Some people build skyscrapers. Others build empires. But the greatest builders are often never seen on magazine covers or news headlines. Their work is quieter, hidden in the simple, sacred acts of everyday life. These are the mothers, the hands that built us. One prayer, one sacrifice, one silent act of love at a time. Have you ever paused long enough to think about the hands that first held you? The hands that soothed your cries before you even knew the sound of your own name? Stay with me today because we are about to honor a kind of love the world often overlooks. The sacrificial, relentless, world-changing love of a mother. A mother's hands tell a story, a lifetime written in small, unseen moments. They are hands that braided hair in the early mornings and tucked in blankets late at night. Hands that cooked countless meals, folded endless piles of laundry, wiped away tears no one else saw, and held trembling fingers before a first big step. Hands that turned the pages of bedtime stories and clasped tightly in prayer when the world outside seemed too harsh. But these hands did more than just tasks. These hands built dreams. They built courage. They built faith. They built homes where children could grow up believing they were loved, believed in, and never alone. Sometimes those hands trembled with fear, but they still carried on. Sometimes they ached from exhaustion, but they still worked. Sometimes they felt empty, but they still gave, because that's what a mother's love does. It keeps giving, even when it costs everything. The sacrifices of a mother are rarely glamorous, often go unnoticed, hidden in the small choices no one sees. Giving up sleep for a sick child, working extra hours to put food on the table, bending knees in prayer for a wayward son or daughter. Day after day, year after year, mothers pour out their strength, their energy, their dreams. Not for applause, not for recognition, but because love leaves no other option. And yet, while the world may miss it, heaven never does. The Bible reminds us that God is not unjust. He will not forget the work of love shown in His name. Every moment, a mother chooses to love sacrificially, to pray when she's weary, to believe when everything around her says give up. Heaven records it. Seeds sown in tears will reap a harvest of joy. That's a promise God has made, and God never breaks His promises. If you are a mother today, wondering if anyone notices, if you feel invisible in the middle of the chaos, if you are tired and worn and questioning if what you do even matters, hear this. You are building something that time cannot erase. You are shaping hearts. You are forging futures. You are crafting legacies that will outlast your own lifetime. Even when it feels small, even when it feels unseen, your love is echoing into eternity. Your hands are doing holy work, the work of builders, the work of dreamers, the work of world changers. And if you are someone who stands today because of a mother's love, never forget the cost. Never forget the countless invisible battles fought on your behalf. Never forget the hands that steadied you when life tried to shake you. You walk on ground laid by sacrifice, carry blessings woven together by love, sweat, and prayers. Today, let's honor those hands, not just with flowers or cards, but with genuine gratitude. With the acknowledgement that without their love, without their sacrifice, we would not be who we are. Their work was never in vain. Their love never wasted. Their impact beyond what words can capture. The world may celebrate loud victories, but heaven celebrates faithful builders. And the hands that built us, they deserve to be remembered, honored, and celebrated every single day. If this message touched your heart today, I invite you to share a memory in the comments, a prayer your mother prayed, a moment you now realize was a sacrifice made just for you, or simply a word of thanks. Let's flood this space with honor for the hands that built us and the love that still holds us today.